That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everyone, to day 12 of Inkle's Sorcery 3, the Seven Serpents, and welcome, of course, to Windcoast Studios. I promise I'm not going to constantly call it this, by the way. This is the unofficial name just because I happen to like it. But I promise I will not constantly call it that. But nonetheless, I am here. We are mostly set up. We have still, I have stuff that I have to do yet, and things that need to be put together. A lot of things still that need to be put together, including most of the consoles, which is why we are doing Inkle Sorcery today instead of Metroid Prime. I had hoped to do Metroid Prime, but as I said, it was going to depend on how well I did in setting it up. And let me tell you, I got everything set up. I got it all running. I feel very good about it. I actually have vaguely competent cable management this time around, and all that stuff. So I think it's in pretty good shape. I probably want to change around a couple of things about the setup, just actually now seeing it in practice. So I'll want to make those adjustments to do that. But in general, I have to say I'm pretty happy with this. And so that's good. I'm very excited for what looks ahead, and also on the internet side, a speed test once I actually was able to wire this instead of just using the wireless, which is all I've been able to speed test before. It is now about 780 download and about 52 upload. So that's good. That's good, consistent internet. That's definitely functional. It's not 940 and 940 like with Verizon Fios, but it's definitely better than serviceable. There have been many times when I've done much. It could have been much worse. I'll just put it that way. So yeah. So we are in pretty good shape. We're in pretty good position here. Before I go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support us here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow us on the channel. Please follow the channel and check us out on YouTube. !ArvTube, which is the YouTube channel, which has all past broadcasts of this and other streams that we've done here on the channel. !ArvCord is the Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. !ArvTweets is the Twitter where I will always try to tweet when I'm going live, as I did this evening. Arv tweets for that, and the website for all of that is arvaneleron.com. On the financial side, Arv Shop is the merchandise area where you can get stuff related to Infinity and Beyond, and Adventures of Middle-earth, and soon to be Esper Genesis as well. Cool swag for you, and it also, of course, supports the channel. Arv Treon is that Patreon, which is ticked back up to 21 patrons, $193 per month, which is great. Again, that is really the financial backbone of the channel, so any support that people can give there really does make a difference, and I would really appreciate any support that people are able to give. That also gives you cool stuff, and cool stuff for the channel also gets you inspirations to help the players and things like that in our various tabletop campaigns. And of course, subbing to the channel, which is always a good thing, allows you to get those custom sub badges and emotes and all that kind of good stuff, and also inspirations to help the players as well. On the publishing side, Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel, which is from Athos Arts, and more details about Athos Arts stuff coming very soon. Library for Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, which is my 5e adventure and source book from the amazing people at Alligator Alley Entertainment. That is very cool, so I'm very, I will be even more cool when it's finally freaking out of customs, because it's been sitting there for 7 weeks now. I think the weeks just keep lengthening. So there's that, and then of course Greyshade KS is the Greyshade Kickstarter, which is going to be going live in early April. Currently, I think April 6th is the date for that. That is my new IP that is being launched with a tabletop role-playing game, a set of novels, a board game, and an audiobook from Trendane, and some other surprises. So that's very cool, and more details about that to come as well within the next week or so. In terms of, and then last, I can never forget this, BLM, Black Lives Matter, extremely important to focus on the fact that we need to support and sustain and honor Black lives and protect Black lives, and there are links to be able to do that at those resources, and resources to do that at that link. And of course, Help Now, which is the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention, also very important to reach out to others, and to have those folks reach out to you if you need help, and to reach out to others if they need help. That's part of what we do do here, and that makes a big difference also. Now, in terms of schedule, we have got this going on tonight because we've also got daylight savings time on top of everything else, and also because I'm tired because I spent much of today, at least, well, let me see. Yeah, I mean, really, I probably spent a good 7 to 8 hours getting all of the stuff unpacked and set up and prepared and all that kind of thing. And that was after a late night last night building the desk and all that kind of stuff. So that plus daylight savings being visited upon us, even though we all hate it and it shouldn't happen. But anyway, that's also happening. So we're going to lose an hour anyway this evening. And so given that, I don't want to go super, super late. Tomorrow we have Sound Clash the Clampdown, which will be brought to you, of course, by Brandon O'Brien and company, as always. And that begins a series, actually, of a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to have on the channel over the next few weeks, next few days or so. I think we have about 10 days, I want to say, that is going to be that we've got content on the stream. Yes, we've got Sound Clash tomorrow. We have more of Grumbler's Guide to Temple of Elemental Evil with Sod. That's Monday night. Tuesday, we have the Way of the Tiger Assassin Gamebooks illustration stream that is rescheduled. Hopefully, I mean, that's partially dependent on whether Terry Tunes can get her Wacom tablet working, but let's hope so. Then we've got Pen and Pixels again over on GOG, and that, of course, is D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder. Then on Wednesday, we've got Community D&D with our lovely Shadow crew, including Dungeon Master Shadowed Mage. That'll be at 9 p.m. that evening. Then on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. we have the Orvocalists with Neo Cab. That's going to be a good time. Friday we have more Esper Genesis at 8:30 p.m., which is going to be cool. And then Saturday the 20th at 7 p.m. we have D&D with Infinity and Beyond, Palace of the Red Pasha. Then on the 21st we have got on the 21st, we have also got a special joint Speculate Twitch stream, which is Blades in the Dark. That, of course, has been going great guns and doing super well and all that. So that's happening. Then Monday, the 22nd, we have Emberwind. And then Tuesday, the 23rd, we have Adventures of Middle-earth Erebor Adventures. And then we've got Pen and Pixels Talisman Adventures. So that's what we've got going on, which is going to be really cool and very exciting. The only other thing I need to mention, I think, is that we are going to also have our new, and I think it might be happening actually not Friday. There are going to be a couple of things happening around the other campaign that we're doing on Speculate, which is called Rebel Crown, which some of you may have seen the first session of, which was a lot of fun that I'm playing in. We're still figuring out the details of scheduling on that, and to be perfectly honest, because I have been a little occupied over the last week, as you all know, with a couple of big changes in my life, that means that I haven't had a chance to kind of drill down and make sure that I know exactly what the dates are going to be, but it's going to be sometime in March, and I think we're looking at either a Thursday or Friday. So anyway, I need to double check and confirm because I want to make sure I don't miss anything about that. But that's what we've got going on. So we have got basically, counting yesterday, because I did get a stream in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days in a row, if all goes well, of stream stuff. So that's pretty cool. With that said, though, the time has come for us to get going here on some Inkle sorcery. So let me bring you into, again, what is just at the moment only part of the streaming space. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you all. Let me get rid of that. Good to see everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. And yeah, so this is, again, only partially the streaming space. We have a lot of other things, obviously, that are left to be done. This is going to look a lot different when all's said and done. We're going to have a much different backdrop. We're going to have, it's going to be decorated and all that kind of stuff. At some point, my daughter wants to be able to have, little Arv wants to be able to show the Arvanelleron logo over there, so I'm going to have to think about that. So there's just a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to do. I haven't decided. I might move. So the things I'm thinking about doing are I might change this camera. Yeah, this is a camera. Did you know this is a camera, chat? This microphone to that side, and I have my secondary mic, which I might move over here, basically. And then I have to decide what I want to do with the camera, because right now the camera is up here and slightly to the right, which is where it's been before. But I might alter it and put it over here, because that would allow me then to be able to get in that part of things, which would get in that logo. And that might be nice. Although ultimately this right here, I think, is going to be the spot. And if I zoom this out a little bit, you can see that there's a lot going on back there, behind us. But it's nice because it just, there's a lot more space. The only other thing that I'm going to need to make sure that I set up at some point is, because the chair is on carpet, and it's a low carpet, right? But it means that moving around is kind of a pain. So I need to decide if I want to lay down like one of those, those like vinyl sheets basically that they have that you can put it on there. And my concern about doing that is that I don't want something that can kind of kick up and basically cause all of these issues where it like doesn't, where basically like it starts digging into the carpet, or where it gets broken up very easily. So I don't know. I'm still kind of playing around with what I want to do. Do you? Yeah, is it handy? I don't know whether is it? Okay. What's up, Turbo Tango? All right. Well, then maybe I will do that. I mean, I have to decide what the best thing is going to be to do, because I want to make sure that I'm able to get to things. Because honestly, the deal with this, chat, is I'm going to bring you around here, okay? So we've got the right side. Please forgive some of the... So there's the cable modem. We got the phone over there. We've got the right side of this, right? And then we slide over here. Now you can't see at the moment, obviously, what the thing is looking at. Never mind all of the crap. There's a lot of crap that's there. But then we've got that over on the left-hand side, right? And there's the other part of the office over there. And so it's looking real nice. Like, this is looking real nice. The desk is coming together really nicely. And I have like honestly, I thought, I was a little worried when I got done, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually finish with all of the stuff that I'm supposed to do. But like, it all worked. Like, taking pictures of all, let me just remind everybody that if you're ever going to move, okay, taking pictures of the way that you have stuff set up in terms of your tech setup is super useful. I mean, like the back of the computer, where things are plugged into and stuff like that. I even had to make kind of a quick on the fly decision, because my left-hand monitor, which is pretty far from my computers, because my computers, both of them are on the floor, streaming and gaming, are both on the floor here under this section, which works out really well. Like, it's awesome. But the thing is, that means that they're pretty good distance from this one. And I didn't have a long enough cable, and I was like, crap. But then I remembered that 2 of them are DVI and one's HDMI in terms of what has to go into my video card. So I was able to just switch out cables, because they all have HDMI and DVI inputs, and this is what we ended up with. So it ended up working out okay. So yeah, I dig it. I think this is going to work out really well, Coven. I think this is going to work out really well. Used to roll off of yours. Oh my God. You do see hummus. Yes. This is original hummus from Whole Foods. I will admit that I am, let me see how the focus thing is working. Oh, it's working well. I will admit, now my favorite hummus, okay, which is the greatest of all hummus, is Abrams hummus. I have raved about this hummus before. But the reason I wanted to get this, we have a Whole Foods about 5 minutes from our place. Now, I am fully aware that there are big problems with Whole Foods. I'm aware of the whole Amazon situation. I get it. Like, I don't want to make that be our only place. On the other hand, if the choice is between going there or going to one of the other union busting places, like we'll have to see. But regardless, there are going to be times where we're going to have to pick up some odds and ends, and we're going to have to go there. There's also a Costco about 20 minutes from us, and Costco's pretty cool, so we may do that. Anyway, but Abrams hummus is so hard to find. At least in the big tubs. Because the thing about Abrams hummus is it's delicious. It's like 0 fat. Like no fat at all. And it's not sugary. Doesn't have a lot of sodium. It's just perfect. Hey, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Turbo Tango. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you very much. Anyway, but I'll come back to it. So I'm trying. Thank you. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. But anyway, yeah, so I'm trying different kinds of hummus just to have alternatives in case Abrams hummus is not available. Sabra hummus, which is a very popular brand, is not bad. It's not bad. It's okay. But some hummus is like, but this is pretty good, actually. This is not bad. So anyway, that's what we're doing with that. And of course, we have a lot of stuff that we have not yet unpacked even in the kitchen. So I managed to go down and I managed to get myself a bowl of Kix. Them's good eats right there. And and then obviously we have our water, so we're getting there. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to say about that is how does the how is the audio folks for you? Because I wanted to see, one of the things I like about this is that this is not in the way of my monitors the way that it used to be. But to like set it up, I want to be able to have it here. Does it sound good? Okay. Because I have it set now where it should be back to my regular audio setup. And this means that chat now is able to be a little more accessible to me. In fact, I could probably even... Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too. I have a lot of bare walls, and that's not going to stay that way. Because as I believe I mentioned to you all, I got a lot of books. And all of these books are going to be going up on shelves, and we have other stuff that we have to do. Plus, like, yeah, like there's the posters. For those of you who missed it. What? I dropped the kicks already. Not for long. For those who missed it, I was showing this off last night. I don't think you were here for this, Mike, but I was showing this off last night. I got my World of Greyhawk, baby. World of Greyhawk with Gazetteer, and I've got this map. Shadowed, what's up, dude? How you feeling, man? So, this thing, as if it's been waiting for this moment. Okay, half the first, right? Half the second. I don't know. Like that bad boy right there. That bad boy in the background. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, you know how, exactly, Mike. Like, you know how, oh, I'm sorry you're exhausted, but I'm glad that you got some stuff cleaning anyway. Yeah, that's how it came. That's how they sold it. So Trendane, if those of you who are longtime viewers to this channel will know that Trendane is Tren always does like he has this big Forgotten Realms map there. And again, obviously I like the Forgotten Realms too. Obviously I'm a fan of Ed Greenwood. Everybody, we're friends and all that, and I'm obviously, so there's that. But honestly, my first introduction to D&D was not Forgotten Realms. It was Greyhawk. And so like this thing to me is like the old school stuff that I like. And I love maps anyway. I've always loved maps. I love maps, period, let alone fantasy maps. But like, yeah, like this. So I like the idea that it's something which is not everybody in the world is going to have. And it's, and it's meant to be displayed. It's not meant to be sitting in a folder. I just never had any room to put it up. Because it's a big, when you put the two pieces together, it's big. So, and probably I should think about getting it framed too, but I don't know. I only have so much money. I am not unlimited in terms of my funds. So, but yeah, so there's going to be more is the point. So right now you see an old air conditioner back there. You see my Biden-Harris sign, and you see like some of my stuff that I pushed out of the way. But I couldn't push it all out of the way and whatever. But that's what you see right now. But there's going to be more that's going to be coming in terms of decoration and stuff like that. So, also while I have Turbo Tango here, I wanted to double check. So Turbo Tango, can you help me out with when we have Rebel Crown scheduled for this month? Because I have not obviously been able to get back onto my email or anything else. I only just got this all set up, so I need to go and check it again. Can you remind me when we're going to actually have this on? Because obviously it's not this evening, but I was curious as to when that is because I was not able to get back and check it, and I want to make sure I give people the right information. How am I holding up the monitors over the stairs? That is one of the things I was happiest about with yesterday, and with my desk building stream, which is, yeah, Second Age Lord of the Rings series. As long as Coven, it doesn't, let me answer Coven first and I'll get to Dragonspear. Oh, really, Ragnar? That's cool. As long as it doesn't become Game of Thrones. I worry with some of the things that I've seen from them that they're looking to make this basically into another Game of Thrones, which we don't need. Okay, sounds good. See you, Mike. Turbo Tango, did you hear my question? Did you hear the question that I asked or not? Because I had a question about something relating to, because I wasn't able to access email and I wanted to confirm for everybody when Rebel Crown is tonight before I have to go back and I mean, I'm going to go check it, but did you hear that? Oh yeah. I was asking about Rebel Crown. And if you could remind me again about, I have it on my email and everything, but I haven't been able to get onto it because I just got fired up and got this running about literally 25 minutes ago. So I wanted to be able to let people know tonight when they could check out Rebel Crown on here. And I don't know if we had fully confirmed when that actually was yet. And we may very well have done that. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to double check. So, yeah, we are on track for the 26th. That's what I was thinking. Yes. So, the 26th, in fact, I'm going to put that in the calendar right now. I have it already on my individual calendar, but now that I've moved, I'd like to put it on the calendar here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And also sleep well. So, that is going to be the 26th. Hey, what's up, Polar? Look at Polar. Subscribe for 12 months. Hell yeah. That's right. Speculate, folks. Patrons can access the Session Zero and Mike's GM prep already. So you should do that, folks. If you are a Speculate Patreon, you will want to be able to do that. It is waiting for you for that to happen. Let me just double check quickly here and adjust that. First of all, thank you, Polar, for the 12 months. I appreciate it. A year of subscription. Obviously, you've been supporting us for a lot longer than that. But thanks, man. I hope you're doing well, Polar. It's good to see you. So welcome to the new digs, by the way. So Rebel Crown is going to be on the 26th, which is a Friday. That's going to be instead of Inkle Sorcery 3, which we're going to be doing this evening. And the only question is that is going to be literally the day after I get my second vaccination from second Pfizer vac. I hope that I don't have any like enormous problems in terms of like, symptoms, but a lot of people say that the second one is the one that kicks you when you're down, as it were. And so I don't know how I'm going to feel. And if I'm not feeling up to it, then I'm not going to try to push it. So that's Friday night. Hopefully, it'll be over 24 hours later. So hopefully that'll make a difference. But so anyway, but yes, so Rebel Crown is going to be the one that we are doing on Friday the 26th. Thank you very much. I'm going to make a note of that now to have everything functioning again. So we can do Rebel Crown, which I think is that here? No. Is that here? No. We had 2 Blades in the Dark? What? There it is. Special joint, Speculate Twitch stream. Rebel Crown with Mike Underwood as the GM. Okay, good. So let us put that into that spot, the 26th. Lovely. Okay, good. So we're good to go. So yeah, and that was a lot of fun. The first session that we had. Whoa, hold on a second. I just got some weird. Wait. Okay. I know there was no sound. I was confirming it on my side. I know. Easy. I know that I'm muted. I was making sure it's okay. The crackling should be good. I think we're back. I don't think there should be any more scratchy crackling, I hope. Now. I think it's fine, right? Should be? Yes? Not crackling anymore? Okay. Okay, there will be a few little corrections like that happen as time goes on that we will have to get used to. So anyway, what was I saying? So Rebel Crown. One other thing. Yeah, good. My load on my UPS is good. So Rebel Crown is going to be happening on the 26th. If that is, I am up to it. But I'm hoping that I will be up to it because that would suck if I wasn't. So that's the deal with that. Now, let's go back to Now go back up to the Lord of the Rings thing. So yes, as long as they don't make the Second Age Lord of the Rings like Game of Thrones, which I'm concerned about, that's fine. We don't need another Game of Thrones. In fact, arguably, Game of Thrones didn't need a Game of Thrones. You know, those of you who watched that series know that the last season what did more than jump the shark. It pretty much jumped the shark, then beat the hell out of the shark, cut the shark in half, right? So it's not; these are not the same types of series. They were never meant to be the same types of series. They were never intended to be the same kind of fantasy. So I really hope that if they're going to do Lord of the Rings Second Age, great. I just hope they do Lord of the Rings and not George Martin wannabe adjacent, because that's not what this is. So here's hoping that turns out to be the case. And so that's the deal with that. What's up, TNS? Okay, now what was the other thing? Yeah, I mean, I figured as much, Dragonspear. I figured as much. That's why we're doing that. That's why I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping that I can do it, but I'm being very tentative about that. See you, Takanjia. Good night, and thank you for stopping by. Okay, now back at the monitors. This is the thing I wanted to mention. Yeah. Indulgences but very limited. You know what I mean, Dragon? So the one thing I wanted to say, and the room is not too echoey comparatively, TNS, but I can't wait until I have everything set up with all the books and games and everything like actually in shelves, and then it will not be echoey at all. So that's going to be our next step. About the monitors. So yesterday, it was at the end of the stream, of the deck building stream, and I had things set up, but I had just put the 3 monitors just up on the desk. I didn't have them hooked up or anything. They weren't ready to go yet. And I was trying to figure out, and I basically had this idea. I'm like, all right, well, I could bungee cord the bases, which I didn't want to do for multiple reasons, because I thought it would be dumb, and because I thought it would also, possibly damage the desk and whatever. So I didn't want to do that. Then I was like, well, or I can try to basically set it so that I basically lean it back from the edge of the tables. Or the suggestion that that some people had come up with was, well, why not put a headboard up there so that you can actually, or some backwards, something in back of the monitors basically to block off the monitors so that they won't fall over. And I was like, yeah, it's a possibility too. But then one of the things I love about this space is that it's open. Like, I have space. One of the things I love about the space is that I have some, right? So I thought, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to have that cut off if I literally am cutting off my sight line, by doing this. And then it came to me, because I was like, what I really need to do? What I really need to do is see if I can use these shelves. These shelves that, I don't know if I really want to, I think you can see them, yeah. This thing, right? This sort of higher shelf that my mic, that this boom arm is currently sitting on. That thing, at the time, I was like, I wasn't really sure what to do with these or where to put them, because I didn't really need another higher shelf area there. But then it came to me that, first of all, I am able to use it because I'm able to put boom arm, speakers, and my switcher. I was able to put both of those on there. But the other reason they worked out is because they have screw holes where I put them, and they almost perfectly, as if they were made for it, block the monitors. So these 2 shelves are such that I can't push this thing off. I would need to I would need to lift it and throw it down the stairs bodily. And the same thing with the monitor to the right, which is blocked off, at least 1/4 of it, let's say, is blocked off by the shelf. And another 1/4 of the one on my left is also blocked off by a shelf. So it means that I didn't need to add anything extra to what I had. The only drawback that I have right now is the fact that the camera, which is currently slightly to my right as I look at it, over the sort of looking at the down at the monitor, I actually like this angle, but the problem with it right now is that the tripod was awfully close to the edge of the table, and I do not want to lose that camera. So what I ended up using was, I went to Staples and I bought me some of these. These things are like these little twist ties, right? They're sort of like those You know those plastic things that you can wrap and they're supposed to be one use only, but these are reusable. And I used literally all of them but one, and I probably will do that as I was doing my cable management thing. A bunch of these that I used, you connect, you connect, you connect, you connect, and I looped basically in 3 spots. The 3 tripod legs are locked to the monitor stand, this big monitor stand. They are locked to, and they're locked to the shelf, which is already screw-holed in, which means the tripod now is also solid. Long before the camera fell, there would have to be a catastrophic failure of the desk. Like basically the desk would have to rip off. They're sort of like zip ties. Yeah, Aaron. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly, but they're reusable. That's the big difference. And so literally like the desk would have to collapse before the camera was actually going to fall down the stairs, which is not going to happen. Or if it happens, I have bigger problems than that. So yeah, so that's what actually worked out. So I'm very happy with that setup. The only issue is, do I want it more center of the monitor instead of slightly over here? But I actually think this feels more almost like YouTubey to me, right? Like, and being able to have, like, especially with different lenses, if I got that down the line. So there's that. Also, this microphone, although I am still playing around with the idea of moving it over to the right side, I haven't decided yet. Still, having the microphone here means that I basically have it out of the way of my monitors now. So I've got complete view of chat. It doesn't block it at all. I have complete view of my main monitor, and I have basically complete view. Maybe the mic is slightly in, I mean, it's in my field of vision, I guess a little bit, but not much, over on the left side. So that means that I've got enough room to be able to do it. And in terms of like making YouTube videos or recorded content, this is going to look much more sort of professional once I actually have the background in place that I'm hoping to be able to get. And it isn't just a bunch of stuff that I'm still unpacking and, an old AC over there in the corner. So this was great. These things were like, they came 24 in a pack. They had gray were the longest, then they had blue or medium, and then the orange ones here were shortest. And they were like, I don't know, $8. So, $8. Yeah. $8. So it was basically worked out to about, I don't know what that works out to, $8 divided by 24 or whatever. So it actually worked out well. Yeah, exactly. I now have a complete view of you. What? So yeah, and it means that when I'm not streaming, a lot of this can just sort of get out of the way, and I have a really good sort of workstation. This feels very workstation-like. And I think the thing that I'm going to have to get used to, and the reason I was talking about putting one of those vinyl sheets down to put the chair on, is I want to be able to go to be able to get over to my mixer, which right now is not within arm's reach. I have to roll over. And the same thing with the left-hand side. This stuff in front of me is all within my reach. But I want to be able to get to those areas if I can with more ease rather than being like, and then that type of thing. It would be easier if I could just, reach over and get to it a lot faster by rolling more quickly. So, but otherwise, I think the desk space has been used pretty well. I think I'm much more happier with my cable management this time around. I'm a little shocked that the audio came together as well as it did, because getting all those cables and wires like set back into place, I mean, now we'll see what happens too when I actually fire up the gaming computer. But the thing is, I already know that it's capturing properly because my camera is in the other HDMI in my Live Gamer Duo. So my Live Gamer Duo is capturing like just smooth as butter, like always. So I know that means that anything else plugged into it, like a console or my gaming PC or anything like that, is going to capture pretty well also. So I think it's going to work out very well. I'm very pleased with this, and it looks like everything fired up more or less the way that it was supposed to. And so, yeah, it was good. So, that is the deal. You got replacement wheels for your office chair. Well, the issue is just that I'm on a carpet, and it's not a tall carpet. It's not like a shag carpet. But it's a carpet. So I need to figure out a way to address that problem when I'm on top of this, basically. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Rising Tides. Yeah. Again, a lot of work to do in terms of decoration and the like. You know, because I'm not planning on having a AC over there as my main back decoration, but we're getting there. And I did a lot of work today. And again, now that I got that work done, that clears a lot more room out so that now I can start moving the shelves back there, which means I'll be able to stack books and games and do all that kind of stuff, which in turn will give me more room over there to stage things for when the bookshelves are put up, at which point I'll be able to load the books into the bookshelves there. And so everything like cascades, and it all started with getting the damn desk done so that I could put this stuff together. So thank you, Galadrielbot. Yeah, those plastic mat things. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's what I'm doing. So the green screen for the old studio, yeah. No, no, oh, excuse me. I am happy to you know, as I said, I the old place was great. My son was born there, and you know we have a lot of good memories there. But it was time. You know, we were there for 10 years. My son right now is sleeping in his new room. We'll see how much that lasts. He may end up coming to go over to my sleep in my my bed with my wife and myself. I may come down to find that he has done that because new place and he's getting used to stuff or whatever. But he was so cute today. We have his room. It's not quite together, but it's farther along than some of the other rooms in the house. So I was walking in to ask my wife a question, and she was in the bathroom. So I just went past, and I saw him, and he's sitting in front of he has a little desk thing that converts into like an easel, and he's sitting in there with a mug of hot chocolate. And he's literally in his chair in front of me, he's just like this. And then he's like just very thoughtfully at his desk. And I like came in, I'm like, hello, little boy. I'm like, you're in your own room. And he's like, it was so, so cute. It was so cute. And so yeah, and he spent a lot of yesterday. He was outside a lot. In fact, so much that he got a little bit of sun. Today he went out with my wife for another couple hours. My daughter and son and my wife hung out, outside. So it was great. Does he wear glasses like me? No, he does not, Lego. He is 4.5, and fortunately, my children do not have my eyesight, which is nice. Because yeah, the table legs in the middle. I'm actually, you know what? I kept them where they are. I'm actually right over the center right now because what I realized, Marinda, is that I don't sit with my legs together anyway. Like if I have my legs out here, I can actually rest them here, and they're basically like almost like foot rests. So it turned out not to be too much of an issue, as it turned out, which was good because I didn't, I was not sure how I was going to do that without like, cutting off the metal legs to sort of make it possible. But yeah, I'm a man spreader. Listen, on this desk, I can be a spreader, that's for sure. And then see, this is good because when I have my D&D, streams and they're having one of their conversations, the ones I like to sit back, right? They'll just be like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, wait, before I do anything, see, this is good. I wanted to see, I wasn't sure how much headphone cord I was going to need. Yeah, there we go. So then we like, so it's nice. It's nice and comfy. Just remember the table legs in the middle after. Why is it doing that? I know it got crackly. I don't know why. Hold on. I know this is muted. Bear with me. Test 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's something going on with my mic cable. It's a little bit, it's the mic cable that is, yeah, it's not my headphones. The reason I'm like on this side of the mic is I'm looking over there at the cable if I can get a sense of it. Yeah, I have to figure out what the deal is with that. I think part of the problem with cable management is that it does sometimes mean that some wires get disconnected or like get sort of, damn it, it's doing again. I'm getting crackling on my end and I don't know why, and it's annoying me. And I'm not sure. It could be that there's a, hold on. Test 2, 3. Oh my God, this is driving me up a wall. There's something weird going on with these headphones where it's not quite, it's like making some weird like crackling sound in the right ear and I don't know why. It's driving me up a wall. And no, it's not gain. It's not about gain, Marinda. And I don't think it's interference. I think the cables are, some cable somewhere is crappy and I don't know which one it is yet. I should probably try one of my other headphones actually. I don't want to have to do that now. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like it works for a while and then it gets kind of crazy. Okay, so you were hearing it because I heard people saying that there was no crackle before. So you did hear it, Coven, before just now when it was like starting to go because that's you were hearing it too. Well, see, that doesn't suggest that it was the headphone cable though. Why would you folks hear the headphone cable? It's got to be, that means it's got to be the microphone cable, right? Because why would you hear the headphone cable? That's on my end. Because the thing is, yeah. The thing about it is that I have a microphone cable. The problem is coming out of the mixer, I think, because what happens is this is all XLR. So the cable coming out of the microphone is XLR, and it runs XLR all the way into the mixer over there. And then there's one cable that basically I have, which is a dual, basically stereo into mono, for one of a better. That's not quite right. Basically, it is a joiner, if you will. So it takes two channels, but it's not combining it into mono is the thing. It's still stereo when it goes into the computer, regardless. What's up, Rock God? And that cable has always been a little, I don't know. I need to think of maybe just getting another cable. It's not like they're super expensive. I just wish I didn't have to buy everything on the free earth from Amazon. You know, I was trying to get today, I went out to Best Buy to try to get good to see you, Rock God. I went out today to try to get just a simple PC caddy. You know, one of those like tower cases. Move that a little bit. One of those tower cases where you know, like you put it on top of this thing and then you can roll the caddy left and right, like out on the floor and back or whatever. And I'm doing that because, again, carpet, right? So I want to make sure that I'm not doing what I was doing before. And yet I can't, at the moment, I went to like Best Buy, I went to a couple of Staples, none of them had it. And I bet Micro Center might have had that, but I don't live close to a Micro Center anymore. I used to back at the old place. And so I ended up ordering it from Amazon anyway. And I was just kind of like, you know what, guys, like, it's not like this is that complicated an ask. A lot of people need these. I need a freaking cart to put my PCs on so they don't overheat. They're not expensive. There's a million of them on Amazon. Come on. So that's what I ended up doing. So yes, it does, Shadow. That's why I was saying I'm not going to be streaming as long tonight. Anyway, so this is the new place. Still some fixes to be made in terms of the computer setup, but it's pretty close. I just have to decide if I'm going to move this mic with my secondary mic over here. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to decide, Rock God, is whether or not I'm going to move this from here to over to my other side again. I have to decide about getting something for the chair to ride on left and right, basically, like one of those vinyl mats. And I need to see about getting a replacement mic cable, because that's gonna be frustrating to deal with if that keeps happening. So yeah, but anyway, having said all of that, let's get into play some games, folks. Let's actually see how the rig works instead of me just hanging out with you guys. Though of course I do with you folks, although I love, of course, hanging out with you folks, but nonetheless, let's see what we do as we kick it into a whole new gear, and do so with Sorcery 3, the Seven Serpents. Let's do it. I also want you all to know that I had a very difficult time getting Dragon Spear's enormous mouse pad onto this desk. So I want this to be clear that I managed somehow, and it took some time to figure out how to do it, to get this, I say again, ridiculo-enormous mouse pad onto this thing. So you should know that. All right. Show off mouse pad. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get there. I can maybe. Okay, is this a problem? Is anything breaking? I don't think so. Okay. This right here, okay? This mouse pad is like, I had to put this on top. I had to put this on top of it so that I could actually fit the mouse pad onto the desk so it doesn't hang over the desk. And I'm trusting you people that tell me that it's okay to do that. All right, I'm trusting you all. It's like, it is the largest mouse pad I have ever owned. Like, I mean, if I'm gonna, the only way to get a larger one is if I get one of those like table ones, you know, the one where the whole freaking table is a mouse pad, basically. You put part of your keyboard over it? Okay. I mean, in fairness, I actually do really, it is a really comfortable mouse pad, I will say. So it's pretty cool, and it cleans nice and easily, and of course it charges the mouse, which is nice. Yeah. No, it's definitely been good. I appreciate it. I'm mostly just sort of, I'm half kidding, but there was a part of it, Dragon, where I was just like, God, how do I freaking, I'm just like, I'll just cut this mouse pad in half. Bzz, 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 bzz. So obviously that was not an option. All right, let's get this game going. Let's see how this thing runs. See how we do it. Same computer, so it should run fine. All right, here we go. Lovely. Okay, so we actually got a lot done last time. We are 18 out of 18 stamina, 4 gold, 2 rations. We have destroyed, I believe it is 5 serpents so far, if I'm not mistaken. But let me check. I'm going to go check the... Let's go check the videotape. So, yes, we have defeated... the Sun Serpent is trapped by Fenestra the Sorceress, so that's taken care of. We defeated the Moon Serpent, so that's 2 serpents down. We defeated the Air Serpent, that's 3 serpents down. We defeated the Earth Serpent, that's 4 serpents down. So we took down 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. There are 3 that still remain. The Fire Serpent is following us. We have not yet found the Fire Serpent, but that's that. The Water Serpent is out on the... oh, and we defeated the... I said the Earth Serpent. The Water Serpent is out on the water. So that's 5, 6. And then the Time Serpent is on an island. So we know where the Time Serpent is, and we know possibly part of its weakness, maybe. We definitely know the water serpent's weakness. We do not yet, and we know the fire serpent's weakness, but we need to find the fire serpent. But we made a lot of progress, basically, is the point. Yes, let's make some questionable choices. So that's what we got. We got a lot of this stuff that we were able to do last time. We never found this whole thing with the sham and the sleepless ram and all that kind of stuff. But we got a lot done. And we also got a new god. Our spirit animal is the fox. Always this scheme. Great burglar. Dines well off those around him and never seem to see him come or go. So it's good stuff. Hey, JLC. Then we return a shrubbery to the knights who say knee. Exactly. What's up, Esterma? How you doing, man? And JLC, how are you? Good to see you, JLC. Okay. Let's do it. Alright, so we got our water serpent here. So I think the plan that we said we were going to do, chat, was we were going to go to the water serpent. That was our plan. We're going to deal with the water serpent. Then assuming that we defeat it, one would hope, that leaves us at 5. We had the idea as well that we've got 2 beacons right now on the time serpent because I'm convinced that there's some kind of combo deal that if the time serpent has these beacons focused on it, like 3 of them, it's going to screw it up. That's what I'm hoping will happen. So we go here, we deal with the water serpent. Then we go to this and we turn on this beacon. Then we go deal with the time serpent. That'll leave 6 serpents. Then all we have left is the fire serpent. We got to figure out what to do with him. And then after that, we're done. Then we just hit down here and we head out east and we go on to Book 4, although we're not going to go immediately to Book 4. So that's the plan. We start playing D&D with the Shadowverse. The whole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Marinda. See, Marinda, you see what I'm saying. The whole freaking thing is the mouse pad. The whole thing. The entire thing is the mouse pad. Sorry, making some audio adjustments. Really? Only 10 sessions of Shadow Crew. It's a mouse experience, really, Marinda. That's what it basically is. It's a mouse experience. The mouse experience is what we're looking at. Less than 10. Less than 10 sessions, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So we are going to do that. So let's do a chat. Oh, and I do need to bring up chat's ability to participate with Arvbot. What just happened? Oh, tilde. I was looking at it as a less than. I didn't see it right. Yeah. Approximately 10 sessions, yeah. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's right. So, I forgot. I was actually notified about this. There's some problem with Arvbot that apparently Twitch is, like, something is not working with Arvbot that Twitch is unhappy about. I don't know. So, Netawin, who's the one who coded Arvbot, is currently working to get that fixed. I forgot about that. So, what that means is that we're going to have to do today basically polls. So what I might ask people to do, because doing polls myself on this is going to be a pain. So what I might ask the mods to do, if they're okay with doing this, is sort of doing a couple of like polls within chat, using either Arcanusbot or using the built-in chat feature, because the built-in polling feature, because there is a built-in poll, so you can just launch a poll basically of these various options, and hopefully we'll get those working. I forget how we do that, I think it's just a regular thing. Please hold on what on Arcana Spot? Because Arvbot is currently not functional. Netowin is trying to fix the problem as we speak. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting, we'll try to do some of the stuff that we can just in chat directly. Oh boy, and we can't. Alright, you follow the road downhill to the lakeshore. Looking out across the vast expanse of still water which stretches to the horizon, your resolve grows. How can you cross? There are no signs of either people or boats. The far shore is nothing but a blur against the sky. Okay, so we have a bunch of different choices here. So, Shadowed, am I still holding? Waiting for something? Because I want to see about getting, figuring out a way to do like an alternate poll. I forgot about this, or I would have asked about this before, but I've been, again, a bit busy doing stuff. We did spend it earlier, yes, Lego, to get, I think, some food, and we got some magic items also. We got food. Excuse me. We got, I think, a healing potion, maybe some holy water. So we got basically some spell stuff. We got spell components, and we got food. It was worth it. Yeah, this is Kick Cereal. This is called We Haven't Unpacked a Lot Yet. And a lot of our food is still in boxes. Thing. Yep. Yep. My son is a big fan of Kix. We're just in a bit of a holding pattern while Shadowed Mage is trying to get Arcana Spot to get polling working. It is sugary, yes. You wanna not overdo. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I shouldn't say it's not. It's not very sugary. He doesn't have it a lot, and it's not very sugary, as compared to most of the cereal, a lot of the Count Chocula and all that kind of stuff. But there is a little bit of sugar, yeah. You made faux KFC fried chicken. No kidding. Okay. So, now that that's activated, can you tell me how does it work, Shadowed? How does the polling system on Arcana Spot work? Like, how do I set up the poll? Okay. Yeah, sorry. This is totally on me because I didn't let Shadow know, and the reason I didn't let Shadow know is because I've been so busy, obviously moving, that I was trying to get that set up. So it's not going to work quite yet. There's nothing to vote on right yet. This is going to be a good backup for Arvbot. What? Yeah, dumb would not be my term. I would not think... Dumb is not... Would not be my... I would not think of you as dumb. That is not accurate. I'll tell you right now, that is not true. You do not speak the truth in that case. Yeah, I'll get behind voting eliminating daylight savings time. Hey, what's up, Live Suing? There's a bipartisan Senate bill that was introduced to get rid of it in the States. Just to go somewhere and stop. Like, this going forward and going back is a holdover from, like, farming days, and it is, like, 4 decades out of date. Stop. Nobody wants it. Oh, thank you, Miranda. Good to see you live soon. Aha. Hey, okay, so now how do we test it? So we go, for this one, we go number sign. Is that right? For this one, Shadowed. So again, folks, this is not ArvBot. This is an alternative because ArvBot is currently not functional. Netawin is getting it fixed. In the meantime, we're using ArcanusBot, which has its own polling function. Yes, I had heard that. Ah. So it's exclamation point choose to. So it's, yeah, so it's exclamation point or bang. Exclamation point choose and then the number that you want. Oh my god, man. It's just so bad, Rising Tides. And then, Shadowed, can you change the vote? If you don't like your vote, are you able to change it to something else? That does help. And also, is there a way to check the current vote? Oh, yes. Yeah, as always, Shadowed is the best. What? 4 times a year. Madness. Oh my god, right? And this is, and 2, also, Rising Tides, you have an international for you as well, you know, player group, right? I mean, like, you've got one in America. Well, you've got one in America, one in Canada. You've got you in Trinidad. You've got one in America, one in Canada. You've got one in the UK. And then where is Amr? Is Amr America? Is Amr like East Coast or like West Coast? Or is Amr... Starting as of tomorrow, it isn't. It's been standard time, but it's going to daylight savings now. Yep. Iori's in Japan. Yoi is in, I think, Canada. Valerie is, I think, Florida. And then you got Mike in Baltimore. So. Okay, so I'm just looking up to see. So wait, is it last call though, Shadowed? Isn't that for the giveaways? Or am I crazy? Yeah, just bear with us, chat. We're getting this one vote. We're getting this alternate vote system worked out. And then we will open up the vote for real. Hey, what's up, Crit Twitch? New Dungeon is pretty good, Crit Twitch. New Dungeon is pretty good. A lot of work left to do to get this in the right, you know, functional shape that I want it to be. But after 2 solid days of a lot of work up here, desk is assembled, computer rig is running. You know, we've got things in a good spot. Also, I didn't mention the light panel. Whoa! I also have to decide if I'm going to put the panel, if I want to put the panel over on the left side or the right side. So, you know, I have some tweaks to make. Okay, exclamation point PLC. Get down with PLC. Yeah, you know me. Okay. Okay. So basically that means that we've got... So we're able to see the current winner of the vote or the current person of the vote. So what we'll do is... So how... Let me go back up so I make sure I can see how to create a poll. Okay. I think I see how to do it. Okay, and then poll closing. Is that just poll close? Also, hi, Mrs. Dunsel, if I didn't say hi before. I think I did. Okay, so if you want to change your vote, you can just do it that way. Exclamation point choose number, and it will switch the vote automatically. Okay, cool. Alright, that's poll-o. Nice. Okay. Yeah, is there a max number of choices in the polls? Probably not, Shadowed, right? I know, right, Triffid? No, no seagulls today. It was actually super windy last night, which is one of the reasons the Wind Coast Studios thing came to my head. But tonight it is much more calm. Yesterday it was very windy. In fact, our grill blew over. We have like a a barbecue grill in the back. Fortunately, we hadn't put the propane on it. Excuse me. But our grill literally was just like tipped over. Yes, yes, the poll choices can actually happen now. The grill fell over. That's right. What's up, CQ? How are you? All right, so let's try it. So it's going to be... And then wait, how do I separate? Okay, I think I see it. Oh, yeah, I gotta do that. You can just barely see the lighthouse from our window. You can see it, though. But if I go down, like, literally, if I walk out of my house and go down a block, then it's, like, right there. This place is so beautiful, honestly. Very, very lucky. Okay. So... Oh, yeah. We can see the ocean. I can see the ocean from this office during the day if I go to that side. And my daughter has a little bit of a view. My son has a little bit of view. And the master bedroom has a definite view of the ocean. Again, not a lot because we're not right on the ocean, but we're a block away from it, so we can see it, yes. And then obviously you walk down a block and it's just beautiful. So, yeah. Okay. It does not, it smells, I think it smells good. It's very fresh, so yeah. All right, let's see how this works. All right, chat, here we go. Do we walk along the shoreline? Do we wait? Do we blow the whistle, which is the whistle that we got supposedly for the boatman? Do we swim across the lake, or do we leave the shore? And now you can vote by doing exclamation point choose, and there you go. Thank you so much for having this shadowed as a backup. It really does help as a backup. We blow the seagull out of the sky. Seems reasonable. No, except that with ArvBot, you can actually see the numbers going up and who voted for what. So there are particular benefits. Plus, you can set up a time limit. And so ArvBot is a little bit more full-featured because it was designed for Fighting Fantasy game books as just a polling software. Like, that was all it was, whereas ArcanusBot does everything. But this is still really nice and a very suitable replacement while we're getting ArvBot's kinks worked out. I mean, ArcanusBot is great because it's, you know, Shadow Mage is doing it, so obviously it's great. Yep. Good guy, Shadow Mage. He does everything. He designs graphics. He kills off his players, as he's planning to do on Wednesday. I mean, he said if I had told him that, he would deny that it was true. My bad. Aha. Mm-hmm. Because you can't handle anymore his damage potential. No, it's a PC. It's Echo Alpha X5's PC. Wow, I don't remember seeing that, Rock God. I think he finally decided he had to toughen up on you all, you know. All right, last call on the poll. Right now we have 5 votes for Walk Along the Shoreline, 0 votes for Wait, 3 votes for Blow the Whistle, and 1 vote for Swim Across the Lake. Oh, you just did that. Sorry, Shadow. Well, you all had the thing with the manse that was like pretty. That seemed like it was pretty hairy, that place. So what is the fascination with the manse? Ah, so it's that every last room thing, huh? All right, Walk Along the Shoreline it is, as chat has decreed. For several strides, you follow the sandy shore eastwards, but find nothing of note. The shoreline ends in a collapsed seawall. All right, I'm going to gather some sand, because we always try to do this when there's some magical items that are here. You gather a handful of sand. In the distance over the water, a few bird-like creatures turn in the sky. All right. So, are we going to... All right, Chad, here we go. Ooh, that would be pretty slick, Shadowed. So what are we going to do, chat? Are we going to swim across the lake? Are we going to blow the whistle? Remembering that the water serpent is... We're looking to get to the water serpent. I don't know that we want to face the water serpent while swimming. But, you know. Plus, we also don't want to have our parchment be destroyed that has the secret clue about how to defeat the time serpent. So, for what that's worth. Oh, absolutely. Your last non-obvious game mechanic was the fast travel thing, which helped a lot, Miranda. Yeah. What did you want to say? Right. Swimming is also going to destroy, like, rations. Swimming is probably not safe. So we're talking about, I mean, you know, because we don't want to destroy that stuff. All right, 2 votes for walk the other way. 0 votes for wait. 3 votes for blow the whistle. 1 vote for swim across the lake. And 0 votes for leave the shore. And 6 votes for walk this way and talk this way. Walk this way and talk this way. He told me to. Just give me a kiss. I'm in the end, I'm in the land. Gonna defeat the 7 serpents. Absolutely, which is exactly why it's great to have as a backup. Arcanus Bot is, you know, it's great stuff, man. All right, here we go. Last call here, last call. And Toys in the Attic. I'm like one of the only people, it was overplayed, but I'm like one of the only people who actually kind of likes Don't Want to Close My Eyes, or whatever, Miss You Baby, whatever that is, that was for the Armageddon soundtrack. Yeah, it was, it got banned because it was like some API issue or something, and so Netawin basically had to like, is trying to appeal and contact them and figure out an alternative. And he said he was going to get back up and running, but in the meantime, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry because of this, that, and the other. I'm like, it's not your doing, it's Twitch being Twitch. Yeah. So. Okay. So, blow the whistle. All right, let's do it. You put the whistle to your lips and give it a short, shrill blow. The sharp note disappears over the still water. Smoke on the water. Okay. So... point. Well, because part of it, Shadowed, is that it also means that it's just not, yeah, it doesn't fall under the, like, oh, this is really cool, so we're going to attack and destroy it. Like, you know, it's old reliable, right? I still remember when you had that big revelation when you switched it from, when you put it onto the, you know, like, actual chat channel, I think, is its own thing. Instead of, oh, excuse me, instead of keeping it resident on your computer, I think is what it was. And I still remember you being pumped up when that was the case and, like, realizing that you could do that. Wow. Old boring, huh? All right. We got 2 votes walk the other way. Didn't we already walk the other way? Or maybe the boatman doesn't come here. Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know that it was back on your computer. Well, that was seamless, Shadowed. I didn't notice it. Interesting. You would think that Amazon would be a perfect place to have a server for a Twitch-related bot, you know? Yeah, I don't know whether... Because we already... I mean... Yeah, well, we called the boatman, so I'm not 100% sure, although we called the boatman in a different spot. So that may have something to be considered. All right. All right, we're going to walk the other way. You walk back and try the other way. Again, you come across nothing that might help you get across. Thin clouds drift across the open sky above the lake. All right. Do we... Here we go, chat. Now we, again, tried it. Nothing. So do we wait? Swim across the lake or leave the shore? And again, those last two, not great options. Because swimming across the lake is going to destroy our food and probably destroy the secret how to beat the Serpent of Time. So swimming... Why, Mrs. Dunsel, why are you suddenly all about the swim? Do you secretly desire water time? You're like, I need to be swimming much more often, so you're vicariously living out your dream in chat? You found me, yes, that's actually the reason. All right, then. Well, we can. That's what wait is. Wait is, you know, sit and enjoy the lakeside. Yeah, live suing. And Triffid, it's not vote. It's ! choose and then the number. Because we're using Arcanus bot as an alternative because our bot is currently down. So it's ! choose space and then the number. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so we got 5 votes for wait, 2 votes for swim across the lake, and 0 votes for leave the shore. Alright. Going once. Going twice. Windows server. Okay, so the answer is to wait. For an hour, you wait. The sun is dropping down to the west. But aside from the occasional small animal darting along the waterline, the area seems to be completely deserted. Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer? All right. Part-time swordsman, part-time reptile exterminator, part-time waiter. All right. Do we wait a little longer? And apparently, I decided to spell that little longer as opposed to little longer. But we're going to destroy everything. We're going to destroy all our stuff. That's fine. What do you mean that's fine? Oh, that's okay. It's all right. Listen, 7 serpents, 12 serpents, 2 serpents. Like, it's a little bit of serpent between friends, you know. Alrighty. 5 votes for wait a little longer. 1 vote for swim across the lake. There you go. 6 votes for wait a little longer. Going once. Going twice. Poll close. Alright, wait a little longer. Half an hour later, there are still no signs of intelligent life around the lakeshore. You begin to realize it is likely that you will wait for a very long time for the means to cross Lake Oglala. It must be possible to cross the lake, but you may have to swim. Well, maybe we may have to. So, swim across the lake or leave the shore. Yeah, the watcher could be in the water. I see what you did there. Although I am a little worried that the water serpent is going to come attack us while we're in the water, which is not great. Oh, right. You don't need to use... Yeah, we don't need to do Arcana Spy. You can just tell me this in chat. So we have 1 vote for leave, 2 votes for swim. So do we swim across the lake or do we leave? Two for leave, 2 for swim. 3 for leave, 2 for swim. 4 for leave, 2 for swim. Once. Twice. Okay. Leave the shore. And Rising Tide says leave. Okay. You turn your eyes away from the lake and head back toward the waste. You will have to find some other way to get across the water. Okay, so we have 2 places to go. And at this point, I don't know what we're doing. Like, I'm not sure. Like, we have to get the water serpent, who's somewhere in the water. Deal with the time serpent. I mean, we still have to go find the fire serpent, I guess. So we could go do that. But... So, chat, are we going to go on the road north? Or are we going to go west towards the mountains? And this, again, you can tell me in chat. All right, Mrs. Dunsel says west. Lego says north. All right. We have north. 2 votes for north, 1 vote for west. That's funny. Yeah. All right. We have 1 for west, 2 for north. 1 vote for undecided. Okay, north. Do you mean the area like in the city? Like, are you talking about... Well, I guess here, but... Alright, last call, last call. We've got 1, 2, 3 north, 1 west. I don't remember the name of the city, to be honest. Alright, north it is. You leave the shore for an old road across the plains. The sun is almost set and the sky has turned a deep purple. It'll be dark soon. The road is busy as before. You stride on. Alright, so now we've got head for the city, which is back in the city that we were before. Go south, and we'll go west first, and then go south after that. Or follow us to go north. Okay, so we got north, 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 3 norths, 1 south, 4 norths, 1 south. Smoke on the water. Bow, bow, bow. 5 norths. All right, this looks pretty definitive. The chat wants to go north. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, it looks like we are going north, from what I can tell. From what the votes tally up to. The road curves gently as you follow it. Night falls. You should try to find somewhere safe to sleep, especially after so much walking on an empty stomach. The cold wind moves between the cracked flagstones. You pause to look either side into the darkness. To the east, a little shrine indicates the start of the waters of Lake Oglala that you must cross to reach the Zinzunu Peaks, as we've been talking about. To the north, you are hemmed in by mountains. From somewhere overhead, something shrieks. Do we rest here, or do we walk on, chat? All right, rest here, walk. Rest here and walk. I have difference of opinion. Okay, 2 rests and 1 walk. Okay. Do not rest under shrieking things. Okay, we have rest, walk. Rest, walk. Okay. Looks like we're actually aiming for walk here. Not by much, but okay. You feel a strange calm settling over you. Strange calm. All right, chat. Do we run or do we wait? So are we going to run or wait? Okay. So I've got wait, 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 run, wait, run. 4 waits, 2 runs. 4 waits, 2 runs. Okay. Looks like more people. 1, 2, 3, 4. So more people voting for wait. Okay, last call on this to make this decision about waiting or running. Oh man, I am. Yeah, like I said, it was going to be a shorter stream tonight, especially because of daylight savings, and I'm going to have to stick to that because I am beat. I am very tired because of all the various work being done. Yeah, it's like, what are you hiding from them? You know. Okay, 3 waits, 4 waits, 2 runs. Okay. So, looks like we're going with wait. You wait. A voice settles into your mind. Ooh. Do not be afraid. I have slowed time enough that I may speak to you again. It's Lorag. So do we say... Do we say you have returned, or do we say do you know the secret of the parchment, chat? You can tell me this in chat. Do we say you have returned to Lorag, or do you know the secret of the parchment? Because he's the one who started looking at the parchment to determine how to basically decipher it. And he was the guy, in case you're curious, Lorag is the big magician that we helped out in Kare, and he, in the city in book 2. And so he actually contacted us at one point here and talked about, like, he wanted, you know, the bad guy destroyed here, and he wanted the serpents defeated and all that. And that he was going to find out what this parchment that we got that's supposed to show us the ability, show us how to defeat the various serpents, how this poetry book tied in. So anyway. So yeah, that's who Lorag is. Not poet, poet. How this parchment tied in, not poem. I was looking at the poetry book across the way. Okay, so return or parchment? So parchment, 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 parchment. 5 parchment, 1 return. Do you know the way to Santa Fe? Let's open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. Our labors would reap financial gains. Let's open up a restaurant in Santa Fe to save from devastation our brains. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that song. That's one of my favorite songs from Rent. Yes, our encounter with Lorag went well. Yes. I mean, I would think so. We saved his freaking city. All right, looks like people are going with parchment. All right. Do you know the secret of the parchment? Do you know the secret of the parchment? You demand. Indeed I do. I have been working to decode it, and now I have an answer. All right, are we going to say, I thought you had abandoned me, which is the wah wah response, or are we going to wait for him to speak? Yeah, I'm going to have to move this. This is helpful, actually, because this tells me a couple of things. I probably am going to have to move this. I may have to move the camera, although I'm not sure. I also kind of like it there, too. And I'm going to have to move the nanoverb. I got to move the nanoverb to where I can reach it. The other stuff like the mixer and everything I don't need, and I put the nanoverb, which is my reverb unit, by there on purpose because that, you know, it goes by audio. But I think it would be easier for me to actually put the nanoverb basically underneath my monitor on this side. So, yeah. In fact, I wonder if I can do that now. No, I cannot, because the power cord is too short, so I'll have to put it into a power strip that I have done there, and that's going to take too long. But this is good. For the next stream, I'll have that fixed. I thought you had abandoned me, because I'm trying to rig the vote, yeah. The poor, huge mouse pad. Exactly, poor and huge. Answer is 42. All right, let's see. It looks like... Wait. 3 waits, 1 abandon me. All right, chat. 3 waits, 1 abandon me. 3 waits, 1. 4 waits, 1 abandoned. Alrighty. And 5 waits. All right, we are going to wait. You wait for the aged wizard to gather his thoughts. The parchment speaks of the serpent of time, a creature who can see the moments to come and move freely through those long gone. A creature that exists now but also exists long into the past. It swims in time the way a fish swims in water, and thus it cannot be killed. All right, chat. So then what can I do, or it must be avoided? What do we say? Do we say, then what can I do, or it must be avoided? Must be avoided. We have to beat this thing. We must defeat. All right, what can I do? Mrs. Dunsel says what? Lego says what? We've got what can I do? Another what? What? What would you think I would do in this moment? Okay. What? 5 whats. Right, which is what I'm thinking is what the beacons are going to do. That's my guess as to what the beacons, like, because the beacons seem to fit perfectly in intersecting it, so. Can I do? Okay. What? All right, that's pretty definitive. Then what can I do? Ow. You must turn its own strength against it, Lorig answers. You must... I'm sorry, something was rattling downstairs. Okay. You must turn its own strength against it, Lorig answers. You must catch the serpent in a cage of its own devising. All right, so for this one, it's the captain's ghost. Yeah, earthquake or children. Well, it better not be children. They should be asleep by now. Do not understand. How can I do that? What? Shoot. Oh. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I feel like the way to defeat the time serpent is to just look at it and go 2020. And to just be like, the year that never ends. Just look at it and be like, 2020. March 2020. 2020. Yeah, it's true. But I think the thing is, it's like it doesn't give us a specific do this and this fixes time, you know, with the serpent thing. So theoretically. All right. I do not understand is 1 vote, 4 votes for how can I do that. Going once. Going twice. There we go. Okay, how can I do that? You must use the power of time itself. Then Lorig grumbles. Of course, the writer of the parchment does not say how to do that. We are using the power of time itself. I'm positive that what we're doing with the beacons is the right way. I think we're way ahead of this. So, do we say then it is useless, or do we say then what can I do? Lego's vote is what can I do? What? Sup? I'm guessing that's a what? What? 5 what's? What's up? What it do? All right, that looks pretty definitive. Looks like what's gonna carry the day. What can I do? There is a line of verse that maybe points the way. In time, all things must end at last, the back and forth of ages past. Time's great light will cast a pall. 2 times too many, time will fall. Okay, so I think, okay, so then what does it mean, or I will think on it? Okay, all things must end at last. The back and forth of ages past, which is what we've been doing the whole time. Time's great light will cast a pall. 2 times too many, time will fall. 2 times too many. So that may be 4 beacons, right? 4 beacons? But in any case, go ahead and answer that. What does it mean, or I will think on it. And I'm just thinking that, like, it may actually mean the, like, at least 3, if not 4 beacons on there. So what does it mean, or I will think on it? What do you think, chat? What does it mean, or I will think on it? Lego says, what does it mean? Dunsel says think. Live Swing says think. Regnar says think. What does it mean now? Who could it be knocking at my door? Don't go away. Something, something, something. All right, we have 2 what does it means and 3 thinks. 2 what does it mean and 3 thinks. Get your votes in now if you are interested. Going once. Going twice. Okay, I will think on it. I will think on it. Do. The wizard's voice is growing quiet already. Then he is gone. You continue on your journey. All right, well, so we heard from the wizard, but we still have to get across the water somehow. So we can either head for the city or go south again. Right now we have, well, we do actually have 4 beacons if we get this one lit. We have 1, 2, 3. If we get this one lit, that's 4 beacons, and that will be 2 times 2. And that means 4 beacons, and that ought to, like, destroy the Time Serpent if we can get this beacon lit. But to do that, we've got to actually go across the water. So we still got to figure out how to get across the water. So do we go south, or do we head for the city? All right. You're gonna, yeah, saying I know, Mrs. Dunsel. That's the push. South. And sounds good, Hilna. Sleep well. Thanks, man. South. We may or may not swim. Oh, gosh. What does it mean now? What does it mean? Who can it be now? That one and I come from the land down under. Dum, dum, dum. And in the thunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Okay. So we have south. We have north. We have north. We've got 2 for north and 1 for south. We have been to the city, just as a reminder, although we maybe, if you're going for a specific reason, that's cool. But just keep in mind, we have been to the city. I suppose we could go up there and, you know, rest or whatever, but... Oh, this time, oh baby, don't hurt me. Oh, I saw, Mrs. Dunsel. Oh, I didn't, you know what, Marinda? I didn't see the south because it said we may or may not swim. I missed that, my bad. So, 2 south and 2 north. Yes, we have been to the past city, yep. 2 south and 2 north. South and swim. Oh, yeah, live swimming, really? I happen to know that the original version of that, they actually accidentally recorded 1 track of it in mono, but they could never get the sound that they liked better than that 1 take, so they kept it in anyway. I heard about that during my very brief interest in audio engineering stuff. And south. Yeah, although we have done that, though. We've time vortexed the city already. We've been to a lot of places, actually, in the past, in the city. For what that's worth. All right, looks like we're going for south. Yeah, isn't that neat? I actually heard that, like, I got one of those, I had gotten a 4-track machine, basically, to record my band. Actually, my band's first ever demo back in, like, well, I guess 2003 or something, was done that way, was done on a 4-track. And it was in that book where they told the story about the Men at Work song. And I think it was, I Come From a Land Down Under. I think it's that one. Yep. All right, so we are going south according to the will of chat. You follow the old road. The first few stars appear. The road is busy as before. You stride on. All right, so we're obviously not going to go north again. We just came from there. So are we heading south this way, or are we going... They're both south, but are we going, like, up this way, or are we going, which was where he found the deserted hut, or are we going back to the lakeshore? Should do that and then give him a spell. Mrs. Dunsel says shore. Southeast, stay on target. Shore and swim. Shore. Shore. All right, it looks like Chad is definitively in favor of going to the lake. You follow the road as it bends and then descends to the shores of the lake. Now, we have not rested yet, chat, so should we rest here or leave the shore? Because we haven't yet rested, and we do need to rest tonight. So, plus it's by the shore, you know, nice water sounds. Rest. What else? Rest. Good question, Marinda. All right, rest here. You might as well camp here for the night and make your plans in the morning. Laying your pack down on the shore of the lake, you try to stretch out despite the cold. You have eaten nothing today. Okay, well, we do need to eat something, so I'm going to put that up there because we need to or we're going to lose points. Pulling out an apple from your bag, you eat your first meal of the day. Then you stretch out and rest. The night is kept busy with visions. Once more, you are falling into a pit of burning rocks. But every time you land, it is only for the stones to melt and you tumble further down. And all the while, you hear distant laughter from the east. During the past day, you found one provision and you found no new clues. Sunrise over the lake is beautiful if chilly. Now you must work out how to proceed. So it looks like the only thing we can do is swim across the lake, unless I'm missing something. Oh, man. Well, I guess since he's already done the parchment, I guess we've only got the one ration, but whatever. And we've already gotten the parchment, so we already know the deal with that. So I guess it's okay to swim now because we've already figured out what the parchment says. I know, right, Rockon? Stealing my idea. Or go west, yeah. So we could either swim across the lake or leave the shore. Right. That's a good call. Swim. Swim. Okay, looks like we're in favor of swimming. If I am not missing my guess, unless I miss my guess. So, all right. So we're gonna eat this apple so that it doesn't go bad. Here we go. An apple. Eat. All right, done. All right. The lake is wider than the eye can see. To swim across it might take an entire day. You cannot be sure. Do we swim or turn back? So again, this is a second poll. Do we swim, like in chat, do we swim or turn back? Swim. Alright, looks like most people, with the exception of Shadow Mage, are in favor of swimming. What's up, Funkmaster? Always swim. You step down to the water's edge, do what you can to secure your pack, and then dive in. At least the water is warm. Once again, your fragile possessions are ruined, including the goblin's precious parchment. Okay, whatever, we dealt with that already. Your spellbook is getting soggy, but remains otherwise intact. You fall into a steady stroke through the water. After so long walking, it is almost a pleasant change to swim. The air stirs a little, still cold but fresh. The water is strangely thick and curiously buoyant. It seems to keep you afloat with little effort required, but the same buoyancy makes moving through the water hard work. All right. So do we go east or west, chat? East or west? Okay, like it says east. Shadowed says west. Stunsel says east. Toward this island, you mean? Yeah. I mean, that beacon, we have to get this beacon lit before we go after the Serpent of Time. East. Okay. Looks like we're looking at east. Like that. You swim on through the water. It is exhausting work. The sun continues to climb the steep sky. A shoal of brightly colored fish pass by just under the surface. One nips at your fingers with tiny teeth. Okay. Splash them away, watch them. Or ignore them. Alright. Splash them away, watch them, or ignore them, chat. So yeah, splash them away, watch them, or ignore them. Alright. 3 votes. 1 vote for splash them away. 3 votes for watch them. 2 votes for ignore them. Okay. Alright, the winner is 2. Watch them. You watch as one tiny fish clamps your thumb with tiny needle-like teeth and sucks a few drops of blood. Oh, that's charming. Probably still paperback, I would say, Lego. Is it? It is. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So, do we crush it, do we eat it, or do we let it be? Yeah, the paperback thing is because it's so ubiquitous. Like, you find it in airports, you find it in, like, lots of different places where these books are available. They're cheap. They tend to get wider distribution because they're cheap. So, and people, I think, are craving, you know, a physical product again, especially after, you know, a year of Zoom calls, right? So I think that's part of it also. Yeah, I'm as I homeschool my daughter, one of the things we're doing is history, and we use Crash Course in History quite a bit, which is pretty good. All right, sleep well, Critchwitch. Wow, what is... Chat is unanimously voting to eat it, huh? All right, going once. Going twice. You turn the table swiftly, lifting the fish to your mouth and biting it in half. It is succulent if somewhat bony. The rest of the shoal immediately turns about and approaches you on the attack. And we have splash at them, draw my sword, pray for aid, or cast a spell. Alright, we can control non-intelligent creatures with law. That requires 3 stamina. We've got law. That's going to be the telepathy thing, yeah. Okay. Zap, so we have that. Okay. We have R. Alright, that's rock, which turns to stone. Because we have that. FAL. So we can float in the air. Yeah, float in the air. So, yeah, rock might also be interesting. And I think that's it. So, do we... splash at them. Draw or swords. While in the water. I'm sure that'll work. Pray for aid. Okay. So this time, I'm just going to have you folks tell me if you want to cast a spell. Then, if that turns out to be the winning option, we'll do another poll, which will talk about the options for people at this time. Yeah, you can. I just didn't want to take the entire time, Ragnar. If we were going to get a lot of votes against the spells, then I didn't want to waste time, you know, doing it. Then we do, and because it's a great camera, so it works out. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Cast a spell. 7 votes. Okay. So, are we going to... So cast Fall. Which lets you just, I think, drift down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's fix this. We don't have a Staff of Oak sapling. Fall. Yes, clearly people did want to cast a spell. That is a good point, Miranda. Controls non-intelligent creatures. Okay, let's see. Cast Law. Tell we can't do because we don't have the skull cap. Alright, cast Zap. Yeah. That's true. I mean, being above the water might help, you know. Can't do that because we don't have the skull cap. Yep. Okay. Alright. Alright, chat, there we go. Yes, I did see that shadowed. So we cast Fall, cast Rock, cast Law, or cast Zap? Okay. Looks like people want to control this thing. Two votes for Rock, 3 votes for Law, 2 votes for Zap. Looks like that's 4 votes for Law. Fall gets a vote. Yeah, not easy for sure. Yeah, Zap in the water. Bzzz. That's true. That could very well be Funkmaster, yeah. Okay, cast law it is. Let's see if that works. Bam. L. A. W. You spin the starlight into a pattern around you, taking control of the shoal's will. Oh, so we can swim it about or order it to drag us. What do you want to tell it to do, chat? We can swim it about or order it to drag us. Drag us to like a new island. That's pretty cool. You do this. Drag, 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 drag. Yeah, they do it. It's true. Drag, drag. Yeah, everyone's in favor of dragging. I agree. You order the shoal to drag you through the water, hoping to rest a moment, but the result is 100 tiny fish teeth digging into your arms and legs, and then tearing their teeth out as they try to move your weight. Ugh. The result is bloody, if not a serious injury. However, the shoal, not realizing they have left you behind, obey their instructions and swim away. Well, damn it. Alright, so since you all said you wanted to go near the island, they're like, God. Okay, that was disturbing. Yeah, seriously. All right, we're going to go near the island. That's what chat wanted us to do. You try to sustain a regular stroke as you swim. The mid-afternoon heat fills the region. You pause for a moment, treading water and catching your breath. The size of the lake is beginning to dawn on you. Do we say it is too vast or just keep swimming? It is too vast. If we stop now, we're just going to like have to go all the way back. Yeah, that was not what I was expecting either. I agree, Live. Swim, you fool. Swim, swim. Yeah, like, just keep swimming. Keep on swimming. Dory, Dory. All right, we're going to just keep swimming. But thinking about it can do no good. You set your mind to swimming. You have swum within reach of the bay of a low island. You will need to go ashore and recover. You haul yourself greatly up onto the shoreline. The sun has reached its highest point now. Out of the shade, the air is baking hot. The island is rocky and barren. In the center is a rise of land from which a tree grows. In the shallows stands a tall pole from which hangs a bell. Okay, do we... Actually, wait. I'll look at the bell because I'm always supposed to look at stuff. The bell is set with a silver clapper attached to a rope. The wind shifts a moment, bringing with it a terrible stench. Then the smell is gone. Swam, I believe. So, ring the bell. Rest. And recover. Or explore. Taking a good half hour. I know, right, Rogan? We're heroes, though, you know. So do we ring the bell, rest and recover, or do we explore inland? See what we got. 4 votes for rest and recover, 2 votes for explore inland. Timers, oh, rest and recover. What's up, Redlear? How are you, man? How's Tricks? How you doing? All right, going once, going twice. All right, we are going to rest and recover. As soon as I find my mouse cursor. You seat yourself by the lake shore to meditate and recover your strength. The sun begins to dip, heading towards the horizon. You get to your feet feeling much better. Oh yeah, we're back up to 16. Okay, do we jump into the water or do we explore inland? We just got to this island, so. Orange Peco tea, very nice, very nice. Is it Pico? Paco? Pecco? Alright, Lego says explore. 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 Analanders in space. Explore. Yeah, Pico. Orange Pico. Alright, you're going to explore. You leave the shoreline and head inland. Okay. You circle the shoreline of the island to the north as you climb your way up the rising stones. The stones are bare and gray. This island appears to be desolate. Okay, as always, when I'm given look as an option, I will often do that without asking chat, because chat has asked me to do that. You peer underneath one of the piles of rocks, but can make out nothing but more rocks and shadowy dark. There may be snakes down there, but not gigantic winged serpents. Okay, and by way of spells, we have got... Right, so we could depress the person, which seems kind of counterproductive. How, which is the finding safe passage thing. Then we've got Doc, which is heal disease. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Yes, Twin Coast is the tentative nickname, I guess you might say. Okay, did how? I think I just did Doc. Oh, and Far allows us to see the future, and it requires a crystal orb, which we have one of. So... Okay. Do we explore across the rocks? Do we cast a spell? Or do we return to the shore? Okay. So, do we explore across the rocks? Do we cast a spell or return to the shore, chat? I think it says explore across the rocks. More is there to explore beside rocks? It's a good question. I mean, I don't know. We may never know. Okay. Explore across rocks 4, cast a spell 3. Yeah, Rogan, the Arvbot is currently is down for the count, so it's being situation's being remedied by the original programmer. In the meantime, we're using Arcanusbot. All right, explore across the rocks it is. You explore across the rocks, being careful not to slip and twist your ankle in any of the cracks. Perhaps this is no island at all, but simply a mountain peak that has slid down into the water. Exploring across the rocks, you come across a rough staircase of stones. It curves around and upwards into the heart of the island. Let's see what they add here. Yes, thanks to Shadowed. Okay, so we could also cast... Doc. It also counters hot. Sap causes depression. I think I already did this. Let's see. And then we've got far, which allows us to see into the future. Okay. So I will say we either I'm going to open a poll, and if you vote for casting a spell, then we'll choose what spell it's going to be. Okay, go ahead and get your votes in, chat. And we're going to be closing up shop here very soon because I am fading badly. I am tired. But I did want to get a little bit of a stream in tonight because with the new rig and everything. Of course, more will be done the next time and the next time and the next time as we continue to make progress. Okay. All right, 2 votes for climb the staircase, 3 votes for cast a spell. Oh, I said return to the show. I meant to say return to the shore. Last call, last call. All right. Okay, so the vote is to climb the staircase. You begin to climb the stone staircase. It is unclear if it is natural or designed. You clamber upwards until you crest the edge of a pit looking down into a single and healthy-looking tree. As usual, chat, I can look at these things first. Discovering a tree is hardly unusual except out here where it seems nothing grows. The tree's roots must go deep into the earth, and it seems to have twisted and bent around fallen rocks, so perhaps it was a seed blown here by the wind. The tree is fairly tall, with very few branches. It appears to be a young oak. Stairway to heaven. So we climb the tree. Cast a spell, which we'll look into if you decide to do that. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely true. All right, so climb the tree, cast a spell, or return to the shore. So we're looking at climb the tree. Yeah, and sorry that we don't have more banter going on at the moment, chat, but I am crazy go nuts tired. All right. 3 votes for climb the tree, 1 vote for cast a spell. Alrighty, and all right, climb the tree it is. You try to climb the tree, hauling yourself up onto the first branch, but it snaps under your weight and you fall once more. The broken branch lies next to you, a shortish oak staff. Finally, we got that. That means that we'll be able to use it to actually hold things in place. A staff of oak sapling. So we're definitely going to take that. You pick up the oak branch. It is a good length, and despite breakily under your weight, it is not rotten. The wood is simply young. Do we whittle it with our sword, or do we take it with us? I don't really know if we want to whittle it. So what do you think, chat? Take or whittle? Okay. Take. Okay. The stick is too large to fit into your pack, but you're able to pass it through the straps across your shoulders comfortably enough. Okay. So we can do... So we could do... Unsafe passage. Okay, let's see. We did how. We've got F-A-R. Far, which wouldn't cast us anything. We wouldn't cost us anything because we do have a crystal ball. Okay, and then we've got D, which is heals disease. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't see anyone who's diseased in this scenario. Okay. Plus, it uses up a medicinal potion, which are kind of valuable in this game, so. Sap, which causes depression. Okay, what's it going to be, chat? Do we want to cast How, cast Far, cast Dock, or cast Sap? And I realized that I forgot to put... Shoot, wait a second. I screwed that up. Sorry, ignore that, chat. Like I said, I'm getting super tired, and I forgot to add something. Okay. There we go. So, cast How, cast Far, cast Dock, cast Sap, or return to the shore. What do you want to do, Chet? Okay. Three votes for Hal, one vote for Far, one vote for Sap. All right. Last call here, last call. Okay, cast How it is. Cast Hal B. Oh, sorry, Ragnar. You would have been outvoted anyway, unfortunately, for you, in this case. the enchantment and a quiet voice speaks into your thoughts. The voice informs you the island holds no secrets, but is, as it appears to be, barren rock. The spell fades. You head back to the shore. Okay. Alrighty, so let's head back to the shore. You return to the shore of the lake. The pole with the bell marks the edge of the water. Yeah. No problem. So, now that we've done that, do we ring the bell? Jump into the water, or... It should take a rock as a souvenir. So do we ring the bell, jump into the water, or return inland? What do we do, chat? Okay, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Okay, this looks pretty definitive to me. You tug the rope and the bell rings with a clear and steady chime. Nothing happens. Black, gloomy clouds roll across the sky, flowing from the east. Okay, do we jump into the water or do we return inland? This you can just tell me in chat. And remember, return inland means go back to the inland on this island. That's what return would mean. So, jump into the water or return inland. You have one vote for return. What else? Okay. We have return inland and we have water. Jump inland. That's not a thing. Let's go swimming. Alright, so we've got 2 for water. 1 for return. 3 water. 3 water, 2 return. Okay, water. Alright, going once. And twice. Alright, jump in the water. You steel your courage against the long swim and plunge into the water. Swimming like this is hard work. Clouds rumble as they roll across the darkening sky. Soon it will be dark. Okay. And we said we wanted to keep heading this way on the lake. And that is going to be the plan. However, it is not the plan now, chat, because... Because I am falling asleep in my chair. I am super tired. I think it just hit me at once about how much stuff I'd been doing. And I was just kind of like focusing. Husband and I are having some money issues. Might not be able to subscribe again. Oh, well, JLC, that's okay. That's okay. It's never, it's always very much appreciated and definitely does help, but it's never required. So, obviously you have to, real life is much more important. Your real life is much more important. It has to take precedence. So don't worry about that. Thank you for letting me know, but that's, I'm sorry that you're having the financial stuff and I hope that clears up, but no problem at all. I mean, that's totally cool. You got rear-ended by a drunk driver. Oh my gosh, JLC, that's terrible. Sorry, I hope you're okay. Oh man. Not cool. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that. You have to get your car fixed. Oh, jeez. Yep, well, that would explain, needing to worry about putting money elsewhere for sure. I'm glad you're okay. Jeez. But that sucks, though. Yeah. This is what happens sometimes. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, but that's no problem. Okay, yeah, I got to get going to bed. So we are going to be back tomorrow with Soundclash the Clampdown. Again, I'm sorry we didn't go a little bit longer. I got started late. We have daylight savings, and also I'm just like, I'm falling asleep on my feet because, again, doing a lot of stuff. But we are going to be back to regular streams next week, and we will get more of this game done down the line, especially as more of our rig gets set up and put together for this. So that's the deal. We are on East Coast time, and so it is late. Yeah, Rich, yeah, my mouse pad, yes. But I hope you folks had a good time, and if so, I hope you'll consider following the channel. I hope you'll check out the YouTube !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord, Twitter !ArvTweets, website arvanelleron.com, financially !ArvShop, !ArvTreon at Patreon right over there, and of course the subscription button. You can always subscribe to the channel, which is great as well. Yeah, on the publishing side, !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel details from Athos Arts, more from Athos coming soon. !Library for tales and tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Please, please, please let these physical books get out of customs where they've been stuck for 7 weeks plus, please, and then we'll be able to sell them all to all of you / give them to all of you lovely folks, the ones who were kind enough to support us in the Kickstarter. And !Grayshade KS, which is my Grayshade Kickstarter, launching next month on April 6th. There's a plan, lots of details coming up about that one as well. Finally, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Again, very important to affirm and assert the importance of Black lives. And Help Now, which is the World Health Organization suicide prevention page. Very important to be able to reach out to others when you see they need help, and reach out to others when you need help as well. Under normal circumstances, I would do a raid, but I always want to do a raid with people, and I am just like, so I'm not going to do that today. Instead, I'm going to thank my wonderful viewers as always, although you're farther away over there now. I want to thank Dragonspear, Jedi Burner, let's see, Rock God, Shadowed Mage, Triffity Mets, let's see, Coven, Lego, always wonderful, best mods in the business. My subscribers, Dragon, Jedi Burner, Rock God, Shadowed Mage, Triffity Mets. Thank you to, and Lego, nope, not Lego Freak. And of course, Polar, JLC, Live Suing, Mrs. Dunsel, and Redlear. Thank you as well to my Patreon supporters in that crew also. Thank you to my wonderful viewers, Axeman, Batty, Carbo, Chuffed. Thank you to Commander Dunsel. Boy, I hope that's true, and I hope if you're just lurking, I hope things are going okay for you, Commander Dunsel. I've been following your stuff on Twitter, and man, it's been really rough, so hang in there. Please keep us posted. Commander Root, Creative Alibi, Democracy Network, Democracy Artwork, sorry, Foxy by Proxy, Funkmaster Mike, Galadriel Bot, who's totally not a bot, Italiara, King Jin, Leoric, Marinda, Mrs. Cools, yeah, it's probably, I may have to do that, Rogan, and go back to that. Omega Pipe, Regnar, Second Obs, Tauntoms, TNS with Fiston, Trial Purds, U Christensen, Virgo Praz, Wibbles, and X Rogan. Yeah, I probably will have to do that. 2 things I have to do is that, and then get the vinyl thing for here, and maybe move my Nanoverb over so I have access to it. So it was good. I got a sense of what the new place is going to be like in terms of streaming and adjust accordingly. So that is going to do it for me. No raid today. Too tired. I am going to be back, though, with you folks tomorrow to watch Brandon O'Brien and the crew with Soundclash The Clampdown. And then, of course, Monday we've got Emberwind. And Tuesday we have got the reschedule of The Way of the Tiger. Oh, although that's also going to depend if I can find the book. If I have my books unpacked by then. I forgot about that. Anyway. We'll see. I'll think about that. So we've got that going on. Then, of course, Wednesday we have Shadow Mage with the Shadow Crew. And then we should be in pretty good shape going forward. Then Thursday we've got the Irvocalist with Neocab. Friday, Espergenesis. Saturday, Palace of the Red Pasha. And then Sunday, I believe we have Blades in the Dark, the Speculate event. So that's what we got going on. And last but certainly not least, yes, public service announcement. North American Daylight Savings Time changes tonight. So please keep that in mind. And I am now going to drop into bed because I'm going to need all the sleep that I can get. So I'm going to do that. Thank you all lovely people. This was a lot of fun. I hope you like the new place. Thank you for the turnout and for everyone enjoying it. We will play more of Inkle Sorcery coming forward when I am not exhausted and about to fall over on my feet. So that's it for now. Much love all, and I will see all you lovely folks soon. Be good to each other. Have a good night.